We all know about cats being worshipped as gods in Egypt, but did you know that they are also sacred baboons? Let's talk about it. Baboons are sacred to the ancient Egyptians, and they were glorified as mummies after their death, but they suffered from poor conditions when they were alive. The researchers of a study examined bones from dozens of mummified baboons from ancient Egypt between the 9th century BC and the 4th century AD, and found evidence that many had suffered from poor diets as well as bone disorders, often caused by lack of sunlight. One of the remains of 36 baboons found at a necropolis for sacred animals at Gabanat el-Karud in southern Egypt, just 4 appeared to be in good health. All the others showed deficiencies in the skeleton. The most obvious deformations are seen in the skeletons. This is a symptom of extreme vitamin D deficiency, especially caused by a lack of sunlight. The study compared the bones of the baboon mummies from Gabanat el-Karud near the Valley of the Kings beside modern Luxor, in hopes of learning more about the conditions in which these animals were kept. Baboons appear in several roles in the ancient Egyptian religion, and the animals were typically mummified after their deaths. Egyptians venerated the baboons as one embodiment of Thoth, god of the moon and of wisdom, and advisor to Ra, god of the sun. The ancient Egyptians also considered other animals sacred, including jackals, associated with the death god Anubis, and falcons, which were associated with the sky god Horus. But baboons were the only animal in the Egyptian pantheon that is not native to Egypt. So, they needed to import these sacred animals. Physical analysis showed the mummies from Gabanat el-Karud descended from baboons from 2 regions, the large olive baboon, from what is now Sudan, and the smaller Hamadryas baboon, from the Horn of Africa. Of these species, Hamadryas baboons were more revered and mainly depicted in ancient Egypt art, but importing baboons from 2 places may have been to ensure their supply. While there's evidence that sacred baboons from the ancient Egyptian sites of Saqqara and Tuna el-Gebel were also kept captive in the dark, it appears that some of the baboons from the pre-dynastic site of Heracompolis were kept outside. Their skeletons didn't show any signs of vitamin D deficiency, but they do have indications of healed fractures, suggesting the animals were tied up and sometimes beaten. Although captive as a sacred baboon was evidently tough, the people who kept them meant well. The people who kept these animals tried to take good care of the animals, but this must not have been easy. Baboons are good climbers, and they were therefore probably kept in buildings or enclosures with high walls to prevent them from escaping. There are suggestions that further details could be learned about the treatment of these sacred baboons by examining their teeth, which could reveal information about the animals' diets, using DNA extracted from the bones to determine if the baboons had been caught in the wild or bred in captivity.